Hi, this is Brad Willingham for EDU 528. This will be my proposal for starting boys volleyball to the school board at Eldon R1 School District. Good evening to all the members of the Eldon R1 School Board. Tonight I'm going to be discussing the addition of boys volleyball to our fall sports lineup. I'll be discussing the benefits not only to our school district, but also the benefits for student athletes that participate in boys volleyball. The rationale for having boys volleyball would be that there are many boys in the fall that do not really want to participate in football or cross country, which are the only two sports that we have available for boys in the fall. Here at our school, volleyball has become very popular over the last 10 years when we have had scrimmages during the year for fundraising purposes. This is also a sport that involves less physical contact than football and might draw more interest from students and parents that are concerned with the dangers of concussions and other sport-related injuries associated with football. The participation rates over the past 5 years, the rates in boys high school volleyball has risen by about 12%. Second most among any sport according to the NFHS organization. There are currently 22 states that have high school volleyball as an option for boys. California outranks them all, and with them having about 759 schools that offer the sport, which equates to about 18,187 participants. Pennsylvania came in second. They have around 213 schools, and Illinois falls in third, around 199 programs. All these offer boys volleyball. Some benefits for the school district for number one would be extra income from ticket sales and concession sales, more opportunities for our school to compete for championships at the district and conference level. And it has a low startup and low running costs, mainly because we already have girls volleyball, which has a lot of the equipment already available to us. Benefits for students. Opportunity for boys to experience a high-paced interscholastic team sport. Also an opportunity to compete for a state championship. Potential identification for scholarships. The growth is allowing more opportunities for men to play volleyball at the collegiate level. In the past 30 years, there's been about a 2.5% growth in the number of colleges that offer men's volleyball, from around 8.4% to 10.9%. This was in the 2015-16 season. It also generates interest in a lifelong sport for a healthy lifestyle and can provide a structured activity to condition and cross-train for other sports. Other reasons could be gives a more positive social alternative for boys, and they can experience the same thrill that their sisters do playing the game and other girls. High school boys volleyball benefits and collegiate opportunities. An estimated total of 130 NCAA teams are poised to play in 2018 season. There are also 300 plus collegiate club schools that battle for a berth in the national championship that started with 10 teams in 1985. There are also 36 NAIA men's volleyball programs, and many of these club programs have 2 and sometimes 3 squads, creating a lot of opportunities for everyone, from experts to novices. Now we're talking about a little bit of the budgeting, about what it's going to cost to actually get this men's volleyball running. We'll definitely have to buy uniforms. Of course, these uniforms can be used for several years, probably maybe up to 4, depending on how well they're taken care of. Each uniform costs about $35 each, which comes to $875. The shorts are about $22.50 each, total of $562, and total altogether for the uniforms is about $1,437. The equipment, we won't really have to buy any nets because the nets and official stands that are already there, we won't need to purchase because they're already being used by the girls. Other equipment might later need purchasing if the boys team practice at a different gym other than where the girls practice, but that's at a later date and not totally necessary. That's just a maybe. 20 practice volleyballs probably every year. You're looking at about $40 each, around $800. 2 game balls, about $71.50, a total of $143. If you take all that together, $943 just for the balls. Equipment, other equipment, definitely need some water bottles. They're about $5 a piece, comes to $100. First aid kit, anywhere from $300 to $500. Average cost about $1,400. Officials, the budget average is based on last year's girls' schedule, which will be very similar if the boys have a team. About 8 to 10 home matches. The average cost is about anywhere from $1,400 to $1,700, depending on how many games. Travel expenses, we average about 9 to 10 away games. Each game is about 100 to 120 miles round trip. I'm estimating the travel cost of what we spent last year for the girls volleyball team again, and that travel estimate's around $2,500. Coaching staff, head coach around $4,000 with, as of now, the 2018 salary schedule. Freshman and JV will have one freshman, one JV coach. Sometimes that freshman JV coach might be shared responsibility, but if we have a freshman and JV, it'd be about $5,400 to a total of $9,400 for the coaching staff. So the total startup cost is right around $15,723.50, give or take a couple $100. Items that might need to be purchased in the future, and like I said earlier, many of these purchases will only need to be made if the boys start practicing in a different place at the same time. Like, for instance, if we're not going to have enough room for both of them practice or scheduling problems. I'm going to list them very quickly, least expensive to expensive. We definitely need some rectangular blocking pads, around $55. This is also a blocking guard, around $87.50. This is one of the net apparatuses for working on getting their volleys and everything accurate. And this is something that I think even if we don't have one of these as of right now, we probably need to purchase for the boys and the girls. This can actually be put on to an existing basketball goal, which works really well. But the problem is it's about $700. This is Skill Attack. It's actually for helping with spiking and setting up the balls. It starts at around $1,300 and goes up to about $3,300 depending on what quality we want to spend. This concludes my presentation. Hopefully this presentation and you guys understanding some of the points will make us actually have men's volleyball in the future. Thank you.